Hello and welcome to this week's tarot reading for all fire signs. I hope this finds you well. I trust you'll use your own intuition as your primary instrument of resonance. Leave behind what does not reverberate. Tarot does not tell the future. The only thing that determines your future is how you react, reflect, and respond to the messages herein. In front of me, I have the Juno card, and this is quite interesting in that I was actually contemplating Juno today. The movie came up in my line of sight, and I was just kind of like, oh, Juno, oh yeah, she helps with the pregnancy. Oh, this makes all the sense, essentially, in that whole story of Juno and how she's found in the birthing chamber, and she helps bring on new aeons and those sorts of things. But then also the story of Juno unfolds a little bit more here, because the Wheel of Fortune card has popped up, and from the Hermetic Golden Dawn deck, which I use to understand the energies that we're kind of working with. And the Wheel of Fortune is, of course, Jupiter, and Jupiter and Juno had a relationship, a dysfunctional relationship at that, full of infidelity and jealousy and some misguided or misdirected punishments on Juno's part. But what we're really looking at here is this relationship, intimate relationship, romantic relationship, no strings attached relationship, whatever level that you're at, is kind of what we're looking here. And the whole marriage thing as well, because Juno is kind of forced to marry Jupiter. So it's looking at what is acceptable within a relationship. What are the boundaries? What's the communication like? The infidelity, if there is any. If you're going through that, sorry to hear that. But it's really about the relationship and how you're working within it together, and then also individually. So looking at what's working and what's not working, and not so much focusing on the history of the relationship too. Sometimes we get caught in the past, or caught up on past events or circumstances or reactions, and we forget that we are actively creating our future. So looking with your partner to see what type of future you want, and building that trust and building that support system and commitment and that cooperation here. And I feel as though this is less about the pregnancy side of Juno and more about the relationship here. And we have the Hierophant and the Hermit here, and I just see them as both the orthodox and the unorthodox kind of church here. The Hierophant being, the Pope, and then the Hermit being the soul mystic kind of thing, and how these two systems kind of come together. And the marriage system is kind of what I'm seeing here. And the Two of Swords is also, the Two of Wands is here also, and that's kind of looking towards the future. What is it that you want to build in this relationship? Where is it that you want to take this? And are you taking the unorthodox or the orthodox route in your next steps forward? With the Page of Pentacles here, what is of value here, and what are you going to present in the next chapter of your relationship? And it's really a reading that is bringing into your awareness those bonds, these really intimate bonds. And we have the Chariot here. So again, that movement of the inner world. What is it that you want to experience together or create together? And that's essentially what a relationship kind of is at the very core. It's like you both may have completely different personalities and interests and all of these beautiful things that make you unique, but at the very core there might be there should be something that brings you together that you can work towards and you can move towards together. That could be building a house, it could be setting up a business, it could be having children, it could be it's bringing forward that creation into the world together. And you don't have to spend all of your time doing it either. It can be, that hobby kind of thing where it's just like on the side, that bonding time. How are you spending your bonding time? Are you spending it at the pub listening to rowdy music, or are you, creating something together that you can be proud of together and show to the world and have for future generations as well, or for providence or whatever, and not just seeing anybody who sits at the pub with their significant other. We all do that at some point, but there should be, creating something there, something solid and lasting in that relationship that you move towards together. That common ground essentially is the roundabout thing that I'm trying to say here. And that common ground, or that commonality, also brings other people into the relationship as well, and you start to broaden your horizons in many different ways. We have the Four of Cups here, so it's really having opportunities presented to you by coming together with your significant other and making these choices and nurturing each other, supporting each other, and building something together. So if there is any imbalances or jealousy or possessiveness, infidelity, anything like that, you really just need to nip it in the bud and have that really difficult conversation, unfortunately. And of course, I'm seeing here as well with the Wheel of Fortune and Juno, I'm just getting Vishaka in my mind, because we're actually traversing, the moon is actually traversing through Vishaka right now, and the the asterism, the lunar mansion of Vishaka is represented by an archway, and I'm just kind of getting this vision of the archway at the marriage ceremony. So you could be renewing your vows, you could be getting engaged, you could be taking that next step in the relationship, or redefining the relationship and really making an event of it, and just putting your wills together, and not wills as in like your legal documents, but like your tenacity together to move forward to a new chapter, and to have that courage, and to get the courage from each other, and really bask in that. But I do see some movement forward in your relationships to the next step, to the next stage, and there's a maturation as well. There's a maturity that's definitely coming through, and realizing, oh, this is a really valuable relationship here, and there is a lot of potential in this relationship. And of course, when we think about that too, just the Vishaka thing, which is the Jupiter-ruled nakshatra, which is why I'm kind of bringing it up. But after Vishaka comes Anuradha, and Anuradha is that deep, deep devotion, and that's essentially what relationships are these devotions to somebody, and the love that comes from that. And you get that by going through that archway together. So it could be renewing the vows. It could be going on your honeymoon again, or for the first time. Definitely I see partner stuff here, and realizing the orthodox and the unorthodox, the boundaries, and just seeing if there's any misdirected emotions here, where you might be acting out in some way because you're just upset about something that you just need to talk about, is essentially what I'm getting here from this reading. But overall, I think things are going to work out, whatever they are. So thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.